Welcome to today's video, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare Australian currency. What may seem like an ordinary piece of change often carries a story of history, culture, and hidden value, making it a true treasure for collectors and enthusiasts alike. First coin. The Australian Elizabeth II $2 coin of 1988 holds a very special place in the history of modern Australian currency, not just as a medium of exchange but as a symbol of a major shift in the nation's coinage. This coin was the very first $2 piece issued by Australia, replacing the $2 banknote and marking a significant modernization of the monetary system. Collectors today see it as a milestone coin, representing the birth of a new denomination that has become a staple in everyday transactions. Even in dirty or circulated condition, the coin carries strong collector interest because of its numismatic significance. When introduced in 1988, the coin was part of a broader initiative to reduce the costs of producing and maintaining currency, as coins last much longer than paper notes. At the time, Australia was undergoing several economic and cultural shifts, and the introduction of the $2 coin coincided with a period of national pride and identity building. Minted at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, this first release carried with it the symbolism of change and progress. It also entered circulation during the bicentennial celebrations of European settlement in Australia, adding another layer of historical resonance to its timing and making it even more desirable to collectors who appreciate cultural context. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, as was customary on Australian currency, engraved by Raphael Maklauf. The reverse is where the coin truly stands out, depicting an Aboriginal elder with the Southern Cross and native grass trees in the background, designed by Horst Hanna. This design was unique in honoring Indigenous heritage in a respectful way, making it not only a monetary item but also a cultural statement. Struck in aluminium bronze, the coin has a warm golden color, a diameter of 20.5 millimeters, and weighs 6.6 grams, giving it a distinctive feel and appearance compared to other denominations in circulation at the time. One of the key reasons the 1988 $2 coin is so valued is its relative rarity when compared to later issues. While it was produced for circulation in significant numbers, the fact that it was the first of its kind means that collectors actively seek it out, especially in pristine condition or with unique, striking varieties. Over time, many of the coins have suffered from heavy circulation, wear, or environmental damage, making high-grade examples hard to find. Dirty or circulated coins do retain historical appeal, but their monetary value will usually be lower than uncirculated or proof specimens. Still, because this is the inaugural year of issue, even a worn coin carries more appeal than later standard issues. In terms of value, the 1988 $2 coin can command strong prices in today's numismatic market. While a typical circulated example may only bring in modest sums, coins in near uncirculated or proof condition can fetch between $100 and $400 depending on the grading and buyer demand. Unique varieties, such as off-center strikes or other minting errors, have been known to reach even higher figures at auctions or private sales. The value is driven not just by condition but also by the symbolic importance of this first-year release, which continues to be a touchstone for serious collectors of modern Australian currency. For those interested in collecting, it is important to focus on authenticity and condition. Professional grading by reputable services such as PCGS or NGC can make a significant difference in establishing value and buyer confidence. Collectors should also be aware of common cleaning mistakes. Attempting to polish or scrub dirt off can damage the coin's surface and drastically reduce its worth. Proper storage in a dry, airtight container can preserve its condition, and acquiring coins through trusted dealers or official numismatic associations is always recommended. Auctions can also be an excellent way to find rare varieties or high-grade examples. The appeal of this coin lies in its ability to connect multiple threads: history, art, culture, and economics. It is not just a coin but a story encapsulated in metal, marking a new chapter in Australia's monetary heritage. From its innovative design to its role in celebrating Indigenous heritage, it embodies more than simple financial value. Collectors appreciate it for its aesthetics and rarity, while investors see it as a stable, tangible asset that will likely appreciate further as fewer pristine examples remain available. Ultimately, the 1988 Elizabeth II $2 coin represents a turning point in Australia's currency history, making it an enduring collectible. Its combination of historical timing, cultural symbolism, and unique design ensure that it continues to attract attention decades after its release. Whether in very dirty condition or pristine proof, the coin holds value for different reasons, with the former appealing to history enthusiasts who enjoy pieces that have circulated widely, and the latter satisfying collectors focused on rarity and condition. As time passes, the significance of this inaugural issue will only grow, cementing its place as one of the most desirable modern Australian coins. Next coin. The Australian Elizabeth II $2 coin of 2009 is a remarkable piece within the nation's modern numismatic history, holding a quiet but important place in the eyes of collectors. Unlike the first issues of 1988, the 2009 coin does not mark the birth of the denomination but instead reflects a continuation of the series with subtle distinctions that have come to be appreciated over time. What makes this particular year intriguing is the presence of rarer varieties and minting quirks that have elevated it from an ordinary circulating coin into an object of great collector demand. Even in very dirty or heavily circulated condition, the 2009 edition attracts attention because of its scarcity and its place in a decade of evolving coinage. The 2009 issue was minted by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, during a period where Australia's coinage was increasingly being scrutinised and collected by the public. By this time, coin collecting had gained popularity among younger generations, especially with the release of commemorative designs in other denominations. The $2 coin remained relatively unchanged in design, but 2009 carried its own significance. This was a year when overall mintage was lower compared to surrounding years, making it harder to find in circulation today. It was also part of a broader period where Australian coinage emphasized tradition, maintaining the long-running designs while experimenting with limited releases in other denominations, further heightening interest in ordinary circulation coins like this one. The obverse of the 2009 $2 coin continued to feature the well-known portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley, a design introduced in 1999 and admired for its more realistic and contemporary style compared to earlier portraits. The reverse retained Horst Hannah's enduring image of an Aboriginal elder, accompanied by the Southern Cross and native flora, which had by then become an iconic national design. Struck in aluminium bronze, the coin maintained the denomination's traditional specifications of 20.5 mm in diameter and 6.6 grams in weight, giving it the same golden appearance and feel that collectors have come to associate with the series. Though visually similar to other years, its appeal lies in its limited availability and connection to the broader narrative of the coin's evolution. One of the strongest drivers of the 2009 coin's desirability is its relative rarity. With fewer coins produced in comparison to earlier and later years, the 2009 issue has become harder to locate in circulation. While it is not rare in the same way as an error coin or proof-only issue, its scarcity stands out among circulation strikes, making it more sought after. Dirty or heavily worn examples are common, but high-grade uncirculated specimens are much less so, and collectors recognize the difficulty in acquiring pristine versions. This makes the condition of the coin a major factor in determining its worth, as even small differences in preservation can cause a large jump in value. Market values for the 2009 $2 coin vary significantly depending on grade. A heavily circulated and dirty example may only fetch between $300 and $500, largely because of its availability in worn states. However, coins in near mint or uncirculated condition can reach values of $400 to $500 in private sales and auctions, with certified examples at times achieving higher prices. Error coins, such as those struck off-center, with partial collaring or featuring die cracks, are particularly valuable, sometimes reaching well over $1,000 depending on the severity of the flaw and collector demand. These figures reflect the coin's gradual appreciation in the numismatic marketplace, as collectors come to recognize its understated rarity. For collectors seeking this coin, careful attention must be paid to detail and authenticity. Certification through professional grading services is strongly recommended when dealing with high-value examples, as this protects both the buyer and the seller from disputes over condition. Collectors should avoid cleaning dirty coins, as surface damage drastically reduces value. It is often better to preserve a coin in its original state, even if heavily soiled, than to risk destroying its finish. The best opportunities for acquiring quality examples are usually through reputable dealers, numismatic fairs, or auctions, where provenance and condition can be clearly verified. The 2009 $2 coin's attraction lies in the way it bridges the ordinary and the extraordinary. On one hand, it is a standard issue coin with a familiar design seen for decades, yet on the other, it stands out as a sleeper rarity, a piece that is not immediately obvious as special but becomes increasingly difficult to find the more one looks. It captures the essence of modern numismatics, where subtle variations in mintage and survival rates can elevate a circulating coin into a highly prized collectible. Its artistic design, tied to both monarchy and indigenous symbolism, gives it cultural weight beyond its face value, ensuring its continued place in collections. In the end, the 2009 Elizabeth II $2 coin represents far more than its denomination. It reflects Australia's continuity of design, the growing interest in modern collecting, and the power of rarity to transform the ordinary into something remarkable. For new collectors, it is an accessible entry point into the world of Australian currency, while for experienced numismatists, it provides a challenge and a potential investment piece. Its combination of history, artistry, and scarcity ensures that its value will remain strong, whether found in dirty condition as a tangible link to daily life or preserved in pristine form as a treasured rarity.